Hello, can everybody hear me okay? Um, right. Sorry about the little bit of holdup. We were just waiting for our moderator to be out of a meeting. Um, mm, okay. Oh my gosh. Let me see. Oh, I think I did the wrong thing. Doo-doo. Okay. Hello, everyone. Hi, surprise. Here we go. Right. Okay, so everyone, happy Pride Month. I hope that June has treated you well. I mean, it's summer, things are opening up, and I don't know if you're probably not going to be able to see the thumbnail right now, but I've been keeping busy, and I have a couple of decorative skulls that I very much enjoy. This is part of the thing that I'm doing for summer. This is Lola. Hi. Lola says hi. And this is also Jareth, who I am in process of decorating. You can see right here and has pride colors going on. So I wonder if any of you have been doing anything in particular for June. Oh, and this is Jareth, by the way. Anyone who knows Labyrinth, the movie Labyrinth or Labyrinth of Jareth, that is who that skull is named after. So yeah, just like little crafts and everything. So our moderator is going to be like pulling questions from y'all, but once again, happy Pride, everyone. Very much so. I hope that this month has treated you well, and I hope that you've been safe. Physically, emotionally, metaphysically, spiritually, and then also within your own families with like whether or not you've come out before or you're about to come out, or if you've had someone come out in your family and maybe there might be some tension or something there. So, in any case, before we start, every time that we start with our live streams, oh, and of course, hi, I'm Markeia. Markeia McCarty. I am the narrator, host, story editor for and producer for Something Scary. And yeah, we are going to have some spooky, scary times together. And then also just to be able to connect with each other. And I'm seeing some things with that there was tension with your family, with you coming out. Things that I can say with that is that life itself, the road is very long. There is way more experiences. There are way more people that are going to be coming into your life the further down the road that you go. And to look forward to the future of things, and then to stay grounded within yourself. And you can do that with crystal work. The crystals that I have today, while I'm wearing, if you guys remember our Wendigo story that we just had with our little fox, that inspired me to get my own little fox, a tiger's eye. I love this little dude. But yeah, I'm doing tiger's eye, copper. I've got yellow mookaite, and then also red garnet. This is all about comforting energy, keeping you within yourself, and then also being okay with putting yourself out there. So, but before we start, we have a very lovely selection of horror stories that we are going to get to today. These are all fan submitted stories. These have not been edited, and I've only skimmed over them because we're going to discover this together. So let's see. Let's go ahead, and first things first, we are going to light our black candle to help get rid of any negativity, to clear ourselves, clear our space, and also a type of protection because there are a number of true stories that we will be reading together today. So we want to protect ourselves as much as we protect others. Protect yourself first, and then others. It's kind of like when you're on an airplane. Okay, so let's do a couple of quick shout outs, and then we're going to jump into this first comment and then story time. And yeah, I'm so glad that we can have this time, like monthly. Let's see. Evelyn Anderson, you just got your shout out. Uh, Creepy by Pride. Happy Pride Month. Yes. All right. Yes. Creepy buys. I love them. Augustus Porter, you just got your shout out. My mother didn't understand my coming out. That was 2 years ago. She told me to pick a side. So I did, and I picked boys. Good for you. Good for you. Good for you. I am so incredibly proud of you. You don't need for me to say that, I'm proud of you, but I'm proud of you because you were true to yourself. And like I said earlier, the road is long. Your hopefully family members will understand as they continue on their path in life, but you have to worry about you and you have to have it right with you first. So, see her. Do, do, do. Okay. All right. And let's see here. Let's go ahead and okay. Let's go ahead and do this comment right here because I think this might resonate with some of you actually. This is from Hannah. Hello, I'm a huge fan of the Something Scary podcast. I've been listening for over 5 months, and when you released the Jeff the Killer story, I was ecstatic. Yeah, some of y'all like keep on asking for Jeff the Killer, and we've totally done that. It was in the audio podcast. It's one of my favorite creepypasta stories. The other one is the story of I'm going to say this wrong. Teachy Toby. Why don't I know this one? I can relate with him. I also have Terrence and is bullied because of it. I'm Tourette's. I think that's what they're saying here. I'm a really big fan of anime, including My Hero Academia. Nice. And I finally came out as a lesbian to my parents, and they support me. Ah, Hannah, I'm so happy for you and so proud for you to be able to have been able to come out. I'm sorry if I'm just talking on and on. I do that sometimes. Anyway, can you please do either the story of Teachy Toby or Ben Drowned? Thank you. And so many exclamation points. Okay, so yeah, y'all can go ahead and let's see. Doo-doo-doo. Da-da-da. And y'all can go ahead and whatchamacallit. Let us know if you want to Teachy Toby or Ben Drowned. I mean, those are really good options. And whoever's going to be like, hey, definitely this one. Okay. Let's a couple of shout outs. Lillian Williams, you just got your shout out. I submitted my stories, the tiptoeing mini dolls, my true experiences. Ooh, okay. Thank you for submitting. Thank you for your submission. Devin Robertson, you just got your shout out. My parents like didn't give a crap when I came out, and it was kind of underwhelming. But I was happy. Oh, that's awesome. I'm really glad that it was just like another Wednesday for you when that happened. Okay. Billy B, you just got your shout out, my darling. Pride really is amazing. With so many people not being afraid to express themselves and always seeing people dress up is such an inspiration. I I like a girl, but I never talk to her and I'm scared that she is straight. Oh, yeah. Well, communication is a very real thing. And it can be a little like, I don't know if y'all ever played double dutch. It's like a jump rope game where it's like, are you kind of a thing. I have I think you'll be able to figure it out. I have faith in you. Okay, let's go ahead with our first scary story here. Okay. This one, see here, is from Mariana. Mariana, if you're out there, thank you for this scary story. This is in response to sheep in wolf's clothing. Okay. Hi, Markeia. I've been a big fan of the podcast and the YouTube channel for a long time, And I never thought I'd have something to share with you. But after I listened to the Wolf in Sheep's Clothing episode, and when you asked if I had been approached by an unsettled spirit, I remembered something. You see, I was born on a death anniversary. Let me explain. My abuela immigrated to America from Mexico. And, oh, abuelo immigrated to America from Mexico. And he sadly worked himself to death to try and fulfill the American dream for his family. He passed 2 years before I was born. And when I came into the world, my family was so happy. My abuela would watch me as I grew older, as my parents went to work. She'd also watch my cousin, but like most young children, in horror movies mostly, I begun to see a spirit in the house. According to my mom, I'd cry whenever someone sat in my abuelo's chair, or how I'd know things my abuelo did. I wasn't the only one, as my cousin saw a few things himself. But where he was constantly afraid of the spirit, I was happy and always wanted to be near it. As a religious woman, my abuela was concerned and often kept a careful eye on us with these, but my mother didn't mind until two major incidents. The first incident was on a summer day, and my abuela had left me and my cousin to play in the living room while she made us lunch. She'd been cooking when my cousin ran into the kitchen, crying and screaming about how he doesn't want to play with the scary man. With that, my abuela ran into the living room and found nothing but me laughing and begging to be lifted up by no one and laughing like crazy. She took me and my cousin to a neighbor's for the rest of the day and, of course, told my mom. She never believed her until incident two. My birthday was approaching, but I was too young to know that. And as she planned a small party and as she talked to my dad about cake options, I told her I didn't need to do anything as Abuelo would be bringing the cake later in the day and was going to take me somewhere for my birthday, just the two of us. My mom said I sounded so sure about these changes in the plans, and she found it strange that her young child would want to cancel her own birthday party. She wanted to know what thing had attached itself to her daughter and what was its intention. My mother wanted to know everything about my strange behavior when I was around things that once belonged to my abuelo. Soon, we moved out of my abuela's house and my family moved to the suburbs. My abuela moved to a smaller apartment in the city. To this day, my mother never forgot about the spirit that wanted me to leave with him, especially if it had tricked the family into thinking that it was her dad. I'm 17 now, and I've gotten three younger siblings, and I haven't been to that house in years. As for my mother, she's developed habits to prevent that spirit from ever finding us. I was told about this later in life, and my spirituality hasn't changed with me hearing someone call me by my childhood nicknames, or how strange, dark things have been appearing in my bedroom lately. And finally, realizing that I never fully feel alone. If you want, I can answer questions. I've left out a lot, so not to be too long. I hope you like this. I love your content, and I'll forever be a fan. Mariana. Mariana, thank you so much for sharing your story with us. Something, if you are out there, something I would love for you to do is how your mom has all of these habits for protecting herself. Talk to her about that. Get some of those habits yourself. You can never have too much protection. Here is here's a lovely comment from Rachel in response to the clause of anarchy. Um, Dear Markeia, thank you so much for reading my story in the Something Scary podcast. I was pleasantly surprised as I listened to the newest Something Scary podcast and realized you included my story. Hope both you and all the Something Scary team are always in good health. Sending lots of love from Indonesia. Best regards, Rachel. Thank you so much, Rachel. Oh, and yeah, if any of y'all are wondering, go ahead and check out the Claws of Anarchy and you can see Rachel's story in there. Okay, let's do a couple of shout outs. Um, Jibski with two eyes, you just got your shout out, says, Happy Pride, enjoy your day. Thank you, you as well. Anthony Castellanoa. Hope I said that right. Sorry if I didn't, but you just got your shout out. You go, I love your videos. Oh, Brianna Gallimore, you just got your shout out. I've been in love with your show for 2 years. Oh, thank you so much, Brianna. Yeah, I'll be approaching the 2 year mark in like 2 months. Wow, 2 years of doing the show. uh, oh, okay. Mm, Asemwe Ishingoma. Sorry if I pronounced that wrong, but you just got your shout out. You look amazing in that black outfit. Love your hair. Thank you. Let's say Robin Smith. You just got your shout out. My mom knew I was bi already. She literally called it. And the way I came out, she said, So, do you like girls or guys now or what? And then you just laugh. Be like, all of the above. It's like, thank you. Oh, cool, mom. All right. Let's go for another horror story. Ooh, ooh, I love your true stories. Okay, so we've got this story from Ash. Thank you for submitting your story, Ash. All right. Hi, Markeia. I've been listening to the Something Scary for a while, and it inspired me to submit my own true story. I had recently moved to a small village that had a tight community. Basically, everyone knew everyone and everything. The village also had a small horse stable, which had a big and creepy hayloft. One day, me and my friend, who I'll call Saga, were trail riding, and we got to talking about ghost stories as usual. And she told me about a horse who died at the stables. Eco. He was a gorgeous horse, but sadly, he died due to his age. Legend has it that he never left, that he still haunts the stables and especially the hayloft. People have been calling him Beauty. And you know the big hole in the top of the hayloft's wall? Yeah, that's where he has always been seen. And also, if he doesn't see you and if he doesn't see you, a white light glows. But if he does, it's a bloody red light. And then he'll skin you alive. As my friend Saga finished with a funny face, we both started laughing. After a while, we arrived at the stables and started to put away the horses. We heard a loud thump, followed by the clapping of hooves coming from the hayloft. We both looked at each other through the iron bars of the stalls, fear and confusion written on our faces. We shook it off, talking about stuff, and then the question popped up. Do you want to check if Beauty is really there? And of course, my unsuspecting self said, Yeah, sure. As we finished with the horses, we started to walk to the hayloft. We got a heavy feeling in our chests. As we opened the big and heavy hayloft doors, the lights turned on. We weren't scared since they were automatic. When we went up to the wall with the dark, gaping hole, we said, Eco, or Beauty, are you here in the hayloft? In perfect sync. As we finished our sentence, not even seconds later, we saw a white orb of light looking around for a few seconds. But then it looked at us and turned a bloody red. When we realized it was looking at us, We didn't speak, but we both knew what each other were thinking, that this wasn't going to end well. And I saw, as Beauty came down, a horse, but covered in blood, his head a skull, a horse skull. He somehow said with a deep and raspy voice, "Another pair of kids unable to realize the danger they are in. Oh, finally, another meal. I have been waiting for this." It looked at me, licking its lips as attention set. As my friend saw this, she said, coming in front of me, she sacrificed herself to stand in front of me. Beauty laughed and said, "Well, I can't say no to that." And I couldn't do anything but stare as Saga was slowly skinned by Beauty. Her screams echoed in the now empty and cold hayloft as she and Beauty disappeared into thin air. I ran to my house. I told my family. My dad called the police, but her body was never found. I miss her to this day. I never was the same. I never could go into any hayloft for at least 5 years. I hope you have a great year, Markeia. Thank you so much, Ash, for sharing your story with us. Let's see. I think we have some video comments that I wanted to do. Oh, yeah, yeah. From Solar496. This was a comment on one of our videos. On Wednesdays, I release a horror game to honor you, Markeia. Thank you so much. As for the shadow person, oh, I definitely use it for evil. That's an that was one of the after a story. There was this young girl who realized that she could control shadow people. I hope I'm not mixing up my horror stories right now. And it was like, if you had control of spirits in that way, would you utilize them for good or for evil? So I love that Solar 496 is like, oh, most definitely for evil. I mean, I would like to think that I would use mine for good, but who's to know? Like I've said before, the road is long. Hmm. Oh, and then also this is something Gamer Cat with a K wanted us to know when they were listening to the podcast "To Sleep Perchance to Dream," and I had asked what sort of ritual does everybody do to stay safe, and Gamer Cat has had a number of stories of people who disappeared in their lives, and they say never whistle after dark. That invites spirits to you. Also, avoid going outside at night. The person who told me these warning stories also refuses to ever sleep on the top bunk. Hmm, very interesting. I'm trying to remember if I've ever slept on the top bunk. I think I've always slept on the bottom bunk. If only because, well, it's easier to get away when you don't have to fall from a height and then run. Let's do some more shout outs. Shout out to, oh, well, this is a lovely, I'm gonna read this message from Augustus Porter. Pride Month is amazing. It's a time where we can all be happy and block out the hate. Please just be you. Just do whatever you want. Don't listen to anyone but yourself, okay? That's I like the spirit behind that. I'm going to add on to that so that you don't cause irreparable damage to others. Like as long as you're not hurting or damaging or affecting someone else, then it's very much okay to be grounded in yourself. Maya Gray, you just got your shout out. And she's like, and they're like, happy Pride babies. Ghost Boy 17, you just got your shout out. Let me say, I love you. Oh, love you too. Let's see, Shama Walid, you just got your shout out. Happy Pride Month, everyone. Love is love, and don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Yes. Queen Lee, you just got your shout out. Hi, I was wondering if any of y'all knew what the new pan flag colors are. Oh, that would be good to know. If y'all could let's like if you could answer that in the chat for them, that would be absolutely excellent. Uh the unknown idiot. Oh my gosh. Y'all and your usernames. You just got your shout out. And just in all caps, pride. Nitsan Aussie, you just got your shout out. Not LGBTQ, but still supporting. Very important. Allies are important. Kyoko Shimizu, you just got your shout out, my darling. My sister is straight asexual, and I support. Absolutely. I'm so glad that you support. Do-do-do. Michelle Augustin, you just got your shout out. Hey, this might be kind of strange, but I wanted to let you know that you're my comfort YouTuber and your videos always make me feel better. Oh, Michelle, thank you. Well, I find horror very comforting. So I keep on saying it forever and ever. Horror is life. Okay, so. Oh, okay. See how much time we have left. We got like 4 minutes. Let's see here. I I want to do this story, but I don't know if we're ready for that kind of story yet. I might have to prep y'all up for that or maybe make that one into a video story. Mm, that one's got a lot of spooky in it. I think I'm gonna make that one a video story. Oh, okay. Oh, but this is perfect for right here and right now. Oh my gosh. Okay, this is from Kay, Cay. Hi, my name is Kay. I am gender fluid, lesbian, and I was wondering if you could do my story. It's not much, but it's a true story that happened to me. Okay. And don't talk down about yourselves, y'all. I love your stories and I love your experiences and I love that you send them to us. Okay. I have had suspicions for a while about having ghosts in our house. The only people I told this to is my sister and my friends. One day, I decided to download a ghost tracking app for fun. It spotted some ghosts and things, and after a while, I got bored, so I deleted the app. A few weeks later, I had come out to my mom and dad as lesbian, and I bought pride flags. I put one up in my room and went to bed. I woke up about 1 in the morning to find my flag had come off of the hook. I thought nothing of it, put it back up, and went to bed. But it kept happening over and over again to the point that I was too freaked out to sleep. Somehow, I must have drifted off because when I woke up, it was 7 a.m. Luckily, it was a Sunday, so I didn't have to go to school. But when I sat up, something wasn't right. My flag was on the floor. By this point, I just sat there and stared until I got up and put it up again. I got my phone out to check my messages when I stopped. I was going to send a picture to my friend, but that's when I saw it. In my camera roll was a picture of me sleeping. That freaked me out. And I know what you're thinking. It was a sibling or something, but that's it. It couldn't have been. I'm a sleepwalker, so we have a lock on my door, and the lock is on the inside. It may not be the safest option, but yeah, I must have sat there for a good 5 minutes staring at the picture. I looked at the time it had been taken, 3:47 a.m. It was definitely not me as I fell asleep at about 2, but how? Because no one else could have done it. Then I heard a scratch behind me and my flag was back on the ground. If anything else happens, I'll let you know. From Kay. Oh, Kay, thank you so much for sharing your story with us. That is hair raising. Oh my gosh. Oh, yeah. And Kay, I know you already said in your story that it's so not safe. What if something happens to you in your room and they can't get you out? It's like, oh, please do something with your door where someone can also open it from the other side, just in case. I don't know the setup of your house, but you already kind of have me worried for you um, in that sense. Okay, let's do a couple more shout outs here. Vicky Lee, you just got your shout out. Your channel brings me and my son closer. He's 7 with ADHD. So to get him to be able to sit still to watch your show with me means a lot to me. Thank you for doing what we love, all things horror. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much for telling me that. That helps a lot. I very much appreciate that. I appreciate you. And Zero with a three, Naya Jahia. You just got your shout out. Sorry if I said that wrong. Funny story. I told my mom my sexuality, and she just looked at me and shook her head up and down. Since I'm asexual, I think she was confused because we have asexual and aromantic, but the look she made was funny. Okay. Well, I'm very glad that your family is aware that there are different types of sexuality than say straight, bi, or gay. I love that they know that. So now that asexual and aromantic is there, you can start talking about like demisexual, demi-romantic, and so on and so forth. Daddy Teddy, you just got your shout out. I love this channel so much. Mr. Troy, you just got your shout out. Okay. Oh, all right. So, okay, one more shout out. Comrade 420. That's funny. Y'all and your usernames. I very much enjoy y'all. I always wish that I could see something supernatural. All my friends tell me ghost stories, and I never have any of my own to tell. You say that like that's a bad thing. Listen, my person, as someone who is very sensitive to spirits and different places and always has to carry protection with me, it's not necessarily a bad thing that you don't feel at the level that other people do. I still think that you should carry protection with you just in case you run into something kind of like think of like spirits and ghosts. There's some people that catch cold more quickly, and then there's other people that will fall victim to like super flu or something like that. Kind of think of it like that. Build your immunity with protection. You don't necessarily have to build your immunity by exposing yourself to everything. So kind of like vaccines. Like crystals can be like vaccines and candle work, but spiritual ones. And Trexer, you just got your shout out. And then Burnout Necromancer 666. Y'all and your usernames. You just got your shout out. Markeia looks like the cool aunt who gives you money for Christmas. I do give money for Christmas. And I am an aunt. I have no problem being y'all's aunt. Auntie Markeia, I'm there. Okay, so once again, happy Pride, everyone. I love that we get to have this time to go over your true horror stories, unedited, like raw, from fans to fans. I'm a fan as well. I'm a fan of y'all. So, yeah, once again, I hope that Pride has been great for you. If you have any, um, and just to remind for anyone who's joined us, at the very top, we had a fan, Hannah, who asked for us to either do the story of Teachy Toby or Ben Drowned. If you want to chime in on that, go ahead and put comments on this video or comments on one of our other videos, or you can email us if you have your own experiences, or if you have a story that you want to share, like you came up with this really great idea and you want to see if we can put it on the audio podcast or put it as a video story. Go ahead and email us somethingscary@snarl.com. And as for me, I am on social media things, and I always am open to talking about horror or other nerd stuff. Let's talk anime. Let's talk wrestling. I mean, I do. You see this background behind me? Marvel, DC, tarot, and Also, go ahead and show me if you have like any decorative projects of your own that are horror inspired, like me with, as you can see here, that I have Jareth here going. And I also have Lola. If you have like any haunted dolls or anything like that that you want to share with us, it's like please go ahead and drop us those emails. And thank you so much, all of you that are so verbal and supportive and like a positive community on our videos with our video comments. I really, really appreciate you. Okay, so follow me on social media at Markeia McCarty, MarkeiaMcCarty. That's Instagram, that's Twitter. Also, I have a Twitch. It's Darth Markeia. Welcome to the dark side, kind of a deal. And otherwise than that, if you're not already a subscriber, go ahead and subscribe. We are weekly. We are dropping episodes on Tuesdays, both audio podcasts and then also video stories. So we've got an incredible team that is, making those fan adapted stories of yours become what we do. So much love and appreciation to y'all, and hope you get like a little dash of horror in your life, the horror that you choose. But otherwise than that, oh, otherwise than that, let's see. Until next time, my dark darlings, sweet dreams.